So I just thought I'd start off with a quick outfit of the day. I've just got this dress on from Jack Wills. It was one of their summer dresses. I don't know if they'll still have it, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's like got a nice leafy print, and then I paired it with some of my Pua ears, which I'll leave a link down below to for the lady that sells them on Etsy. But I thought this was perfect for the parks because we're going to Animal Kingdom today. So yeah, just wearing this, and then I've kind of braided the top part of my hair back, but I realised how hot Animal Kingdom gets, so I'm going to take a bobble so I can put it up if needed to be. And then I'm just wearing these trainers, which probably don't really go, but I'd rather be comfy.
You got me singing, way oh, way oh, oh. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Way oh, way oh, oh. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? Way oh, way oh.
Today's speciality drink.
Yep.
I'm gonna have it later on.
Okay.
I'm gonna have like a purple drink or something from Star.
Purple drink, the dragon fruit one. Yeah, it's so refreshing. Okay, so we'll come back. Right, what's our first stop today, Mum?
What's next?
First stop.
We're gonna go check the Kilimanjaro Safari, aren't we?
Okay.
Chance, will you let me ride? Way oh, way oh, oh. I could be the best thing in your life. Way oh, oh. Maybe let's take a drive, take a drive. Way oh, way oh, oh. 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 Way oh, way oh, oh, oh. Way oh, way oh. Way oh, way oh, oh. Way oh, way oh.
All right, then Twin Day, let's go. Called zebra pants, and that's because they have zebra stripes in their rear end and also on their legs, but they're not actually related to zebra at all. Their closest and only really living relative is a giraffe, our greater kudu. Now bongo are very good at hiding, and they're very silent when they walk. So much in fact that they got the nickname the ghosts of the forest, because they're very seldom seen. But those greater kudu, they're some of the largest antelope species in the forest. The whole group of hippos is known as a bloat. That refers to their large bloated nature. They look kind of bloated. They look like me after a bit of ice cream and soda. Now crocodiles are some of the largest crocodilians in the world, averaging around 16 feet long. That's almost half the length of this truck. But if you notice, everything's on top of their head, their ears, eyes, nose. That helps them become something called an ambush predator. They can hide below the surface of the water and strike out at their prey at the very last minute. Those horns are actually an adaptation to the heat. These are Ankoli cattle, and those horns are not solid as they look. They're actually porous. They allow blood flow to go to the top of their horns and back down, and as they do so, it cools off their blood, which in turn cools off their body to the ground. And that's because females do not lay down to give birth to young. They stand up giving birth. So babies drop straight to the ground. It's very rough, but they are the tallest land animals in the world, and that's why a group of giraffe is known as a tower, because they tower over every other animal, and they average around 16 to 20 feet tall. African wild dogs, also known as African painted dogs. Statistically speaking, these animals average a 90% success rate when they hunt, and that's because they hunt in packs, as you see here. And they send 2 dogs at a time, and when those 2 dogs get tired, they replace them with 2 more, and then 2 more, and 2 more. Don't back down from anything. They're not the largest, but they are the most fearsome. They don't back down from any animal or predator, no matter how big. And that's because they have those big, powerful horns you see that curve towards their back. If you look over to the left, you can see a giraffe reaching up with the largest and longest in the animal kingdom. To put that in perspective, if you're a full-grown human, that's about as long as your forearm. This monkey species is the most colorful species in the entire world. But these are still monkeys, not apes. Easy way to tell the difference is monkeys have tails, apes land. And as you can imagine, that would make a farmer very angry, right? That's kind of destroying their livelihood. So they hunt these animals because they see them as pests. But luckily, places like Harambe here are providing a safe place for these animals, populations of elephants. As you can see, they feel safe enough to actually repopulate because there's a baby right there. and you'll find the flamingo hang out. These are greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are the largest and the lightest pink color flamingo in the world. Does anyone know what turns a flamingo pink? First, they have the black and white pattern. That's their fingerprint. Just like no two humans have the same fingerprint, no two zebras have the same black and white stripe pattern. And that's their camouflage. They help blend in with each other with that black and white pattern. If you look to the left, you can see a white rhino. Two of them actually. If you look how wide their face is, that's actually how they got their name. The Afrikaans word "veit" was used to describe them, and "veit" means wide, describing their very wide face. But unfortunately, that word was misheard as white by the first European settlers here. So over time, they just became known as the white rhino. But they are some of the largest rhino species in the world, reaching weights of over 5,000 pounds. And if you're quiet, listen. You see how they walk and you don't hear anything? It's pretty impressive, right? So one person one time described a rhino to me as a chubby unicorn.
What the?
So that's something very unique you don't get to hear, right? Sounds different than what you think. If you look to your left, you see a warthog. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking Pumbaa. But Pumbaa's not right. Pumbaa actually in Swahili means foolish or playful. The actual Swahili word for a warthog is Njiti. But as you're able to see, they have two sets of tusks. That bigger upper set is actually used for burrowing, and you might be able to see their burrows down there. And that bottom set is actually smaller. And that's used for self-defense because it's sharp.
It was there last time as well, I'm sure.
It's an animal something.
So we're going to head round to this dinosaur land, aren't we? Let's go and ride in Primeval Whirl. Oh, there's a scorpion. I've never seen that before.
Where?
Next to where the owl is, towards the top of the tree, there's like a bigger gap.
Oh yeah, the massive one.
Yeah, big scorpion. And then above that, right, above the owl, can you see it's like, it looks a bit like a crab. Yeah, yeah, go. Next to that is one of the monkeys, like, looks like a monkey, doesn't it?
See it now, kind of looking over that direction.
Yeah. I love this. I think this bit's my favourite part of the park. Yeah, as you walk past the shack with all the expedition bags.
It's incredible. So tomorrow,
Yep.
kind of loosely planned that we're going to get up reasonably early and go to the outlet.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about my new shop, I can't buy it.
No, I don't mind. I'd like to go to a shoe shop if there is one to get a. I just want to see if we've got any of these in a different colour for cheaper.
And obviously go to...
Are we going to go to the mall as well while we're down that end? It's really pretty.
What would we do?
Someone else just said love your ears and I just walked past them. I'm just used to it now.
What would we do in the afternoon?
We could go to 9 Spices or Cheesecake Factory. We could go back to the villa depending on what time it is, if it's sunny, and have like a swim maybe, and then come back to one of the parks. We could go to, what about Epcot for food and wine? You can get your first thing in. Could go there for tea, could we not?
Can you see how we feel, can't
Yeah.
you? See what takes time. See, that's okay. But it can be a bit...
Heading into the Dino Bash. Which way would you like to go? Oh, it's like an old-fashioned road, and this is like a fairground set up on the side. Bless you. Do you want to go on the Triceratops spin?
And winner prize, Mark II.
This van's so much fun. Great view from up here. Yeah, he's over there. Now we're going to head over to Primeval Whirl. Mum? No, stand by. Thank you.
Feet and legs inside your time machine. Be sure to watch your children and don't pick up any hitchhiking dinosaurs.
Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos.
I don't have my glasses on, I'm going to be blind. So we're just heading on to Everest. Got our fast pass, which is taking us basically to the front of the queue, which is really good. But yeah, looking forward to this. It's definitely my favourite ride in Animal Kingdom. It's absolutely incredible. So just heading through the line now. Yes, we should do. Oh no, it's the Yeti, look.
gorgeous, isn't it?